The Miami Hurricanes' top three running backs weigh in at 225 pounds, 220, and 205. That is how you literally punish defenses.
You are Locked On Canes, your daily podcast on the Miami Hurricanes, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I am Alex Donno, University of Miami alumnus, co-host of Locked On ACC and host of Postgame on the Miami Hurricanes radio network. And thank you so much to the everydayers for making Locked On Canes your first listen and your first watch. We're available free wherever you get your podcasts. We're free on YouTube. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. On this loaded episode, folks, this is one of my favorite shows that we do every year. Hurricanes Media Day. The day before training camp, the calm before the storm. We're talking with half the roster. We're going to talk with Markel, Anez Cooper about what could be the top offensive line in America. We're going to talk with Rueben Hurricane Bain, and I'll tell you what, he is motivated. It's a draft year for Rueben Bain. It's a guy who wants to win a championship at Miami, his hometown team. He's coming off of injury. Bain is ready to go, and so are Miami's running backs. So, folks, we're going to start off with my conversations with these big, lumbering, and quick running backs, Mark Fletcher, Jordan Lyle. Lyle coming off a great true freshman season. Fletcher coming off a great true sophomore season. And transfer running back Charmar Brown out of North Dakota State. First, here's Fletcher. Foremost, Mark Fletcher, this was the first full offseason you've had at Miami. Do you feel like you've taken advantage of that?
I most definitely did. No doubt in my mind that I did take advantage of it, and man, I'm excited. I feel different, and I feel amazing, man. I feel like myself, honestly.
Well, has your body changed at all from last year?
Oh yes, sir. It definitely has changed. Gained some more muscle, cut the fat out. Man, I just feel amazing. I feel stronger. I feel amazing.
Do you know what you're weighing right now?
Currently, I got on the scale. Yesterday it said 225. 225. Yes, sir.
All of Miami's backs are big. You guys are all in the 200-plus range. I mean, do you feel like you're going to be able to really pound and wear down defenses?
Most definitely. I mean, the world should know that. The world should know that. But, we just come in here and work every single day. That's how it should go. We work for that. We work very hard. And, it's only just beginning.
How much, and I'll set the table here, when Damian Martinez was here last year, and you had talked before the season about how eager you were to play with him and learn from him.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest things you learned from Damian?
Man, really just, things like tempo, reading defenses, seeing how certain DBs tackle, things like that. Just actually learning football, why certain balls should hit this way, why certain things should go this way, like just little things like that, man. I still reach out to him, tell him what you see in the league, like, and I'll send him my film sometimes, like, man, what you see, like, what I could have did better, like, because he was really good at that for me, and I just continue to use him to learn.
So now you're the elder statesman now.
Yes, sir.
Of the running back room.
Yes,
are you taking steps to really be more of a leader even this year?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely, because like I said earlier, them guys, they have questions, and man, I'm ready to answer them. And that's not even just about football, about off the field stuff, about the adversity I went through when they faced little injuries and stuff like that. So I'm just all around with my experiences here to help them.
What's Carson Beck been like since he arrived?
Man, he's a dog. He's a dog. Even though he was a dog, but he's a hurricane now. But
yeah,
man,
right.
He has a dog mentality, man. And he's just a leader of men. He's an educator, and man, he's just a great person to be around. His energy, he's just a chill guy, and he's just ready to work.
Talk to me about the rest of the running back room this year, including, Marty Brown, who comes in from North Dakota State. Talk to me about your teammates.
Man, all these guys, from Jordan Lyle, Gerard Pringle, Chris Wheatley, Charmar Brown, these guys, man, we all love to compete, and we all love each other. I love how we bond, and we all care about each other, because it can only be one or two guys at the field at one time. And in my opinion, I feel like we all can show, we all can, when one person goes in, the tempo doesn't drop. Like, we all can go in there and ball out, and I feel like that's the beauty of us. We all bring like a different style. We all bring a different style of running. But man, we just love to compete with each other. At the end of the day, it's gonna make us all better. and that's it.
What do you have any goals for yourself and your teammates' first day of practice tomorrow?
I really want us to just have fun. I really want us to have fun, go out there, play fast. Don't think too much. Just have fun, man, because you don't know. Tomorrow could be your last practice. And that's just how it goes. And we just give it all. Emphasize that this could be the last one. You never know, and just don't take it for granted. Don't disrespect this grass.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lyle with us. You're heading into your second year. You got a lot of opportunities as a freshman to get your feet wet. What do you feel like are some of the biggest things you've learned from your first season heading into your second?
Definitely the pace of the game. The pace of the game was a lot faster than it was in high school. Learning from Mark and Dame, those guys, it made it a lot easier to learn the pace of the game and how to tempo myself.
Have you has your body changed at all from last year? Muscle tone, any heavier, anything like that?
I definitely got a lot heavier. I'm sitting at like 205 right now, so yeah, I'm trying to work my way up a little higher though, maybe like 207. That's the goal.
So you guys are just going to want to punish opposing defenses, right? Because all Miami's backs are in that 200+ range now.
Yeah, everybody's set to have a great season. We're trying to pound the ball this year. You see our O-line, you see our quarterback, our receivers. Everybody got a lot bigger, faster, stronger. So the goal is to pound opponents this year.
Dude, I love it. What's it been like the past few months getting to know Carson Beck?
Carson, he's a great guy. Great leader. He just brings you in with open arms and. I personally appreciate Carson. He made it a lot easier for the transition with him coming in and stuff like that. He just, like I said, came up to us with open arms, talked to him about anything, to be honest.
Yeah, how do you feel? Obviously, you're one of the star running backs at Miami. There's going to be a lot of receivers that are going to get new opportunities, some new guys in the room. How do you feel like those guys are gelling in?
I feel like all the receivers that has came in so far, they're doing a great job. They're gelling in well. They know what they have to do. They know the goal. They know the expectation. So we're set to have a great season.
Yeah, I know when it comes to goals, you guys take it day by day, practice by practice. So what are your goals to start camp tomorrow? What do you want to see from yourself and your teammates in that first practice? I
really hope that, offense goes out there and we dominate the defense. But, knowing what's going to really happen, it's going to be a tough battle between both sides. So, I'm just excited to go out there and, see what practice one is like.
Well, talk to me about the defense because, they got a new coordinator, a new scheme, a new approach. What did you kind of learn about that going up against them in spring practices?
They're flying around a lot faster. They said, it's a lot easier. He allows you to play. So, I could definitely see the difference.
Jordan, thank you so much, man, and enjoy the first practice tomorrow. Huge thanks to Mark Fletcher and Jordan Lyle. Now let's talk to the newest Miami Hurricanes running back, North Dakota State transfer. He won a national championship there. Charmar Brown. Your first couple months here at Miami, how's the transition been for you?
It's been great. It's been pretty easy just knowing, the coaches and the running backs have been helping me during this transition. It's been, pretty easy just to be here.
What was it about Miami where you thought this is the place I need to be?
Obviously the coaches, and the way they recruited me, and also the O-line. I seen the opportunity in that, and knowing that I didn't have to carry the ball 25 plus times, just spoke value to me to, longer and longevity career as a running back. Our career is not as long as other positions, and knowing that you need to stay fresh and have fresh legs, to be out there is, why I came here.
And, Miami's got, I think, one of the deeper running back rooms in the country.
Right.
You talked about it there with not having to carry that much, but in terms of just competing with these guys, I know we're at first day of practice tomorrow, but you've been working out these last couple of months. Do you feel like that competition is going to bring out the best in you?
For sure. You see competition in the NFL, and I feel like this is more like NFL-like, and the way you're going to have to compete day in and day out really speaks volume about your character and how, you go towards life. And I feel like being in an environment that's not always comfortable will bring the best out of you. So.
And you come in having just won a championship at North Dakota State. So, how do you feel like that championship level experience, can that help you contribute here, not only as a football player, but to the culture?
For sure, yeah. Just knowing the culture up there in North Dakota State, having that championship culture and bringing it here, I feel like I can, spread it towards the team in the way I show up day in and day out and have consistent, improvement and spread it to my teammates, that would be the best as a whole, and just to, kind of lead by example and be a leader in itself.
When I was watching you last year, a lot of good things stood out, obviously, including your power, your
Yes,
durability. What's your height and weight these days?
I'm 5'11", 220 right now. Yeah.
Jeez, we got a lot of big backs.
Yes, sir.
You'll be able to wear down defenses. Four or five of you this
For
year.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Well, Marty, best of luck at Miami.
Thank you. Appreciate
It's
it.
great to get to know Miami's backfield a little bit. When we come back, let's talk a little defense. We're going to sit down with Rueben Hurricane Bain. We're going to sit down with Armando Blunt and Ahmad Moten. You want to keep it locked right here. We're not done yet on this brand new episode of Locked On Canes. We're not done yet with 5-Hour Energy. Friends, it is time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for your entire energy game. Let's be honest. Some days on the course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. And folks, I still try to get out there, whether it be the driving range or the golf course. It is hot this summer in South Florida. So I need to stay hydrated, but I also need to stay energized. And if I'm going to try to keep up with my friends who golf a lot more and a lot better than I do, I need 5-Hour Energy to stay in that game. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors, of course. The grape ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse to go to without chasing down the bev cart. If you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that's the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use my promo code LOCKEDONGOLF to receive 20% off your first order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order, cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-Hour Energy shots today. Thank you for making Locked On Canes your first listen and your first watch. I'm anxious here to bring it over to the defensive side of the football, as we're going to hear from Rueben Hurricane Bain. We're going to hear from Armando Blunt. We're going to hear from Ahmad Moten. We're going to hear from new Miami Hurricanes co-defensive line coach who's come home to Miami. Damian Lewis is going to join us. But first, Rueben Hurricane Bain. Rueben Bain, new defensive coordinator this year with Coach Hetherman. What's the new scheme been like in the transition?
It's been amazing. Transition been fairly smooth. Coach Hetherman gives us a lot of room to learn and improve and really be free. Scheme is second to none in my opinion. It's not too far from last year's, but Coach Hetherman is a smart coach and he's really know what he's doing.
You had some injuries and stuff you played through last year. How does it feel to be able to put that behind you and start a new chapter this season with camp tomorrow?
Man, it's so amazing just to be able to be like, man, it's over with. I'm back to 100% healthy, down in weight. I'm feeling the way I'm supposed to feel, and I'm feeling happy to play football. I mean, this offseason is probably one of the best we had so far. Speaking from a personal standpoint, definitely my best. I've really seen a lot of growth and improvement, and time will tell. That's all I can say.
Anything in particular that makes you feel like this is the best offseason?
Really just the growth and competition me and this dude had. I was whooping this in all the competition drills. He could tell you. He probably not gonna tell you, but he could tell you. But really, just the improvement, the bond. I seen all the new guys and the connection the team had. There's a lot of new faces here, as you can tell, and we can really bonded like we was all here and came in together. It's a real strong atmosphere, real strong bond, real strong connection.
The defense last year had ups and downs. Did some of the struggles, does that put an extra chip on you guys' shoulder?
Definitely, because it's a thing that you want to really show off and really show that, man, whatever happened last year happened. We're a new team, new defense now, a whole new persona, and we come in with the mindset to shush the naysayers.
Has your body changed from last year?
Yeah. I'm down in body fat, down in weight, really down in weight. I'm about closer to my high school weight, so I'm feeling fast and agile, fast and smooth, quick, twitchy, all of above, man. I'm ready to go.
What's it like? I'm sure you've been asked this 1,000 times, but to have a Pro Football Hall of Famer as your position coach, what's it like working with Coach Taylor?
It gets even more surreal as the time gets closer for you to be eligible to leave. So it's now like, damn, I'm kind of getting closer to what JT is, and all the information he was telling me, really starting to hit now, because the real world kind of starting to come into fruition. So it's crazy just seeing the stories he tells me, and now I'm one step closer to being into the shoes he was in.
I know, you guys take it one practice at a time, one day at a time. Mm-hmm. So I'll ask you, do you have any goals for the first day of training camp tomorrow?
When you say that, is it just
just win every rep, bust the O-line ass, get after it all day practice. Tomorrow day need to be my day, man. Everybody gonna leave this, no doubt. This is something serious.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Into your second year at Miami, and people forget you reclassified, so you should be a freshman this year, but you're a man, you're mature, you're beyond your years. How valuable was getting that first year a year early?
I'm thankful for Cristobal because he brought me in, did what they were supposed to, get me ready for the year that I'm supposed to have this year. I had older guys to take me in their wing and teach me the ways, and just had a whole year of learning and seeing how things go. And I appreciate it because it most definitely got me more ready for now, and know how the scheme and everything works and how to move and conduct myself. So I really feel like that year it helped a lot.
You look like the body's transformed a little bit. What are you weighing now, and how's that different from last year?
I've been having short-term memory when it comes to that stuff. I just been giving it my all and not too much focus on what my body type was gonna be, but just getting more faster, explosive, and stronger. That's all I've been focused on.
Do you feel like you're going to be able to put yourself in more opportunities to get on the field this season?
Yes, all I have to do is just prove to the coaches that they can trust me and just keep doing what I've been doing and going hard all the time, because that's what the coaches love, that I go hard, and that's what I got to keep doing, just give it my all and learn more, do more stuff, and just do my job, kind of.
With a new defensive coordinator this year, Coach Hetherman coming in, how different is it? What's the transition been like into a new scheme?
Scheme-wise, we just focusing on fall camp right now. We ain't too much focusing on what the scheme gonna be. It's just been seeing how the guys play together. It ain't been too much specific on what we've been doing. It's just been seeing how the guys work together.
How much, since you've been here, how much have you been able to learn from a guy like Rueben Bain, who of course goes back to your high school days with you?
Yeah, last year I was a younger guy, but we had a lot of older defensive linemen, and they taught me a lot, because you got to think, I was around Rueben, Tyler Barron, Simeon Barron, yeah. Guys, so I just learned from all of them. Anything any guys would tell me, I'll just take it in and take it to account and be all right, this is what I gotta do.
Well, best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Moten, how do you feel now heading into, what is this, your third year or your fourth year at Miami?
This is year 4.
Woo, time flies.
Time quit.
How much have you learned over these first few years at the U?
I definitely learned. I wanted to say the first thing, how to be like a man, especially from Coach Cristobal, how to be a good father. Also, just my game, of course, with JT, now with D-Lou. So it's everything is just falling into place how it's supposed to go. You feel me?
You mentioned D-Lou. What's Coach Damian Lewis been like since he took over the co-defensive line job?
He's definitely one of those guys who's gonna push you every single day, no matter what. You feel me? And he definitely wants to see best for all his guys, and that's what he's gonna do. All you gotta do is buy in. Feel me?
Your play was really noticeable last year, especially the second half of the season. Did you feel like something was really starting to click for you, or is it just a matter of getting more opportunities out there?
More opportunity, more game reps, knocking the nerves off. You feel me? Last year was really my first year playing for us, so just knocking all that off, knocking the dust, all that, and just getting my body right. You feel me? So yeah, bro.
I mean, how much more confident does that make you, having all that extra experience under your belt to head into this season?
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I can't wait for tomorrow. I can't ready to go with Coop every single day. Double R, Matt, Kel Bill. I can't wait to just go. Feel me? I'm ready to put some pads on.
Yeah, what's Big Coop like, Anez Cooper? What's he like to go up against for reps?
What you mean?
What's it like to go up against him in practice?
I mean, it's space. You gotta go through some space, so you gotta go around the space, but you gotta make the play though. So it's just iron sharpens iron. You feel me? And so he get me right for sure. Everybody know line get me right. Right?
We heard there from three of Miami's defensive linemen, Ahmad, Moten, Armando Blunt, and Rueben Hurricane Bain. Let's talk with their new co-defensive line coach, focusing on the interior of the D-line, because Damian Lewis, Coach Lou, is back in the building for the first time in 25 years. He played at Miami up until 2000. He helped set the table for that 2001 team, which may be the greatest of all time. And guys, if you're an old school Miami fan, you're going to love what D. Lou has to say. What stands out about Justin Scott?
Justin Scott is a long, strong kid. And I know when I got here, they said last year he benched like 225 when he first got here. So he's gotten so much stronger, which is going to help him a lot. And, as far as getting separation, he's already long. He's got long arms. He's tall. And he plays with really good leverage to be his size. So just him being able to lock out, get off blocks, and that gives him an opportunity to be more productive in the run game. So that and that alone has made him a much better player from what I saw during the season with him last year.
What does it mean to you to be back at Miami?
It means everything, man. This is home. This is where it all started. And, just coming in, and when you've been gone and you were here and things were a certain way, you expect things to come back and be that same way. But, it's been 25 years since I was in this locker room, literally. It's been 25 years. So now it's about, it's teaching how to be that. It's teaching what does it mean to be a team player. It's teaching what does it mean for us, to be, it's all about the Canes. Like, we can say it, but what does it mean to actually be that? So it's just trying to make sure we are gathering and being, having our camaraderie, coming together as a team, coming together as a unit within the team, setting a standard, not just for our room, but for everybody on the field. Those things are what carried over back then, and those things will continue to carry over, especially if you're a part of the school here. And when we say it's about you, it's about you. That's the most important thing that's going. And just making sure that our kids understand that and they buy into that and they learn to breathe that. Because, with me, you cut me, I bleed orange and green. There's a reason why. Because that's how we were when we were here. Like, everything was about us getting better and getting back to where we were. Because remember, when I got here, we were on probation. And then we had to fight out of that rut. And it took us 5 years to get out of that. But we made it out. So now it's like, hey, let's get out of that rut. Let's go. Let's get back to winning the way we know how.
Do you feel that, with the players that are on this team now, can you create competition levels on, during practices that can kind of be what you had back in those days?
Absolutely. And that's why, those questions about the 5 stars and the 4 stars and all that stuff, like, it's irrelevant to me because Ed Reed wasn't a 5-star. Reggie Wayne wasn't a 5-star. Dan Morgan wasn't a 5-star. Jonathan Vilma, those guys weren't 5-star players. Those guys were 3-star players, 2-star players. And you get here and you get an opportunity to compete. Santana Moss here on a track scholarship, and we talking about greats. We're not talking about the 5-star guys. I probably would have been a 5-star during that time. Nate Webster was a 5-star in that time. Bubba Franks was not a 5-star. Adrian James was not a 5-star. Those are not 5-star recruits. But those guys are legends here. Because they worked, they got here, and it was about what they put in on the grass. It's about what they did with their teammates. It's about the camaraderie that we built and the unity that we built within our class coming in, and then bringing that to the classes that came after, that this is what it is. We are a unit, we are a team, and we go and we do everything as a team. If I'm successful, the team is successful. But if I'm not successful, then my team is not successful. So I got to make sure I'm doing my job and carrying my weight before I go beating on my chest about anything. So that's kind of the way we were. That's kind of the way we went about our business. And, it worked. It was a good formula for what we were trying to do here.
That's awesome. Thanks so much. From one line of scrimmage to the other, when we come back, we're going to talk to a couple of Miami's top offensive linemen. Markel Bell, who steps into the full-time starting left tackle job. He earned that last year, never gave it up. And Anez Cooper, who I think is one of the top guards in the entire country. You want to keep it locked right here. We're not done yet on this brand new episode of Locked On Canes. You talk about a college career that has flown by. I remember covering Anez Cooper as like a 400-plus pound true freshman. He's as strong now as he was now that he's a senior, but he's trimmed down some weight. He's looking really, really fit as he's heading towards his final season at Miami. Let's talk with Miami starting right guard, Big Coop. Can you believe final year coming up? 4 years already at Miami. How's that feel?
I mean, it's good. It's been a long journey. I'm kind of sad it is almost over, but we got bigger and better plans to do, so,
How's the offseason, everything going with the offensive line? You know, you guys obviously set a high standard last season, last couple of years. Do you think you can exceed that this year?
Yeah, I think we've been working very hard this offseason, you know, just get to knowing. I mean, all of us been the same, just get to knowing James and how he come around the guys that's already been here. I mean, I feel like he adapted very well. James is a good leader. He came in already, like, knowing everything and knowing how to lead and stuff. So I feel like we could have seen what we did last year. I feel like everybody got a year more experience and a year older. So I feel like this is very good for us going into my last year and potentially CC last year. So I feel like that's going to be very good for us going to the next season. I feel like we should exceed the limit that we did last year.
How's the left side doing with, you know, Markel, Bell getting the chance to anchor that down full-time left tackle this year?
Yeah, I feel like the left side going to be very good too. Guys like Matt McCoy, Ryan, and Kel, those guys that's all playing on the left. I feel like they should be just how they was last year with Jay Real. It should be like no drop off, no big piece with those guys. Because both of those guys end up playing a lot last year. So I feel like the left side should, all us as a whole, should be very elite this year.
You know, the last several months, you've gotten a chance to get to know your new starting quarterback, Carson Beck. You know, he wasn't throwing in spring, but he's been throwing recently. What's he been like to work with? And, you know, how different is he compared to the quarterbacks you've been with the last couple of years?
I feel like Carson, he came in already knowing, like, what his job is, like, what he got to do for the team. I feel like Carson's a great guy. He open. He like to talk to people. He like to demand, like, what he demand because he's the quarterback, so he should be doing those type of things. But I feel like there's no difference between when I had Tyson, when I had Tyler, when I had Cam. There's no difference between Carson. I wouldn't really compare all those type of guys because every one of those guys are different. So I feel like Carson come in and do what he should do. He should be elite this year.
Now, for, you know, the projected starting offensive line, it's mostly veterans like yourself, but talk to me about the young guys. Like, who's been impressing you from some of the freshmen and sophomores?
I feel like SJ been standing out. All the young guys really stood out a lot. SJ coming along very fast. You talking about just all freshmen?
Yeah, sure. All the younger guys.
SJ coming on a lot. You got Jaden Wilkerson. He coming on a lot. Demetrius coming on. All the young guys, they just sit back and learn. The young group special because they don't really got no ego. All of them really just come in and try to learn from the veterans. So I feel like that's a good thing that they do.
You know, I know you guys take it one practice at a time, one game at a time, but is there anything you can say about the goals that you have heading into this upcoming season?
I feel like the first goal is to get practice one out the way for fall camp. But I feel like we got our limits. We got our limits set to that we want to win. So I don't really want to put no big judgment on like what the season and what it's gonna look like. But I just know everybody coming in, all the new transfer guys, all of them bought on. So I feel like we just trying to win this year.
Thank you so much, Hurricanes left tackle Markel Bell. So, Mr. Bell, I would imagine you learned a lot with your on-the-job training last year, getting to play a whole lot. Like, how do you feel that the experience has made you a better player for this upcoming season?
Well, the reps I took last year were not taken for granted. I still do go back to this day. I go back and I watch that film and I watch, okay, what can I do better? What can I do this? You know, but a game rep can't compare to anything we do out here on Green Tree. So I really took advantage of it, and I really grateful for that opportunity to play it last year.
How much did you learn from Jalen Rivers? You know, I would imagine he had an impression on you.
Yeah, Jalen taught me a lot. I feel like it was at certain points I almost learned too much from Jalen because Jalen would tell me something that he would do, but you know what I'm saying, me and Jalen are two different players. We are two different. I'm my own person, so I took some things from Jalen. And I also, you know what I'm saying, minted in with who I am as a player and as a player on the field. So, yeah.
Does your height, like, make it a little bit different? Like, you have to kind of adapt your techniques for being 6'9"?
Yeah. I went to O-line mastermind. They were just, the main emphasis was everybody is their own player. And so, like, of course I have to cater to my big frame, my tall frame, my lanky frame. So, yeah.
I know, Coach Mirabal and all of you guys take a lot of pride in Miami's offensive line. Do you feel like you can be one of the best units in the country this year?
There's no doubt in my mind that we can be the best O-line in the nation, in the world, man, whatever.
Now, but before I talk to your guy James over there, let me know what's he been like since he moved into that center spot.
The number good things coming from James. He just stepped into that center position. I know we had Zach last year. Now he's filling his role in. But Man, it's been nothing but good things. He's a leader. He's a commander on the O-line, and so I take pride in following behind him.
Thank you so much, Markel. Have a great season coming up.
Yes, sir.
Huge thank you to everyone who joined us today. And by the way, we've got more conversations from Miami Media Day. We're going to be hearing more of those throughout the week. And tomorrow, Thursday, is the first training camp practice. So yeah, I'm going to be breaking that down. I'll be out there at Green Tree in the indoor practice facility, taking down all of that. So huge thank you again to Markel Bell, to Anez Cooper, Coach Damian Lewis, Coach Lou, they call him, Rueben Hurricane Bain, Ahmad Moten, Armando Blunt. I almost drew a blank there. Who all has joined us today? Mark Fletcher, Jordan Lyle, Marty Brown. Folks, we'll have more conversations with Canes players. We'll have a training camp recap tomorrow. We'll talk to you next time on another episode of Locked On Canes. We are part of the awesome Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.